Morning. Today we will see the cutoff frequency. Okay. So cutoff frequency is one parameter in case of your waveguide. So what do you understand by your cutoff frequency? The wave will able to propagate to the waveguide. Okay. So all the frequencies below the cutoff frequency will be attenuated. They will not pass through it. Okay. So whenever we are going for designing the waveguide, we should know that what is the cutoff frequency of that particular waveguide. Okay, because this is one of the parameter that is useful for designing of your waveguide. Okay, here we are going for deriving the equation of that one. Okay, that what will be the cutoff frequency? Mathematically we will derive the formula for that one. Okay, this is equal to A plus B. So this propagation constant, let us assume that it is your A square, and this parameter let us assume it your B square. So this actually is your, say, m pi by A whole square plus n pi by B whole square. Okay. Now what is this your A and B? What is this your A and B? In order to have the complete information, we have to put transverse magnetic Mn mode and transverse electric Mn mode. Okay. What is this your M and what is this your N? This M and N, it denotes, say, first this is for your x-axis and this is for your y-axis. Here we will see that how many number of half cycle you are having in your this x-axis and in your y-axis. Suppose if I am telling that your TM11 mode, TM11 mode means your in directional propagation adjacent component is 0, and if you are seeing in your x-axis along this your A, here you are having just one half cycle. Okay, so if you are having just one half cycle in your x-axis, we will say that your M is 1. If in your x-axis if you are having two half cycle, this one complete cycle if you are having, this is 1, this is 2. So we will say that this is your M is 2. Okay, so here you are having 1, here you are having 2, you can have multiple also. Okay, it may be possible that you may have, say, 1 which is not yet completed, it is not yet half also. So if it is not yet half, then we will say it as 0. Okay, so this we are talking about your x-axis. If you are having two half cycle, then we will say that your n is equal to 2. Okay, you can have even more also. You can have, say, 3 also. Okay, you can have even more also. If you are having, say, whenever we are making the cycle, this is not your one half cycle also. If it is not your one half cycle also, then we will say it as your 0. In the direction of A and B. A, it is for your x-axis, that we are considering your electric field, and this B, this is your y-axis, that we are considering for your magnetic field. So this much, is it okay? Next. You are knowing that propagation constant, it consists of your attenuation constant and your phase constant. I have studied. Earlier in EMT we have studied. Okay, that your propagation constant, it is the summation of your attenuation constant and phase constant. So whatever we got here, can we write that this is equal to your alpha plus j beta? Having propagation constant square, can I write your propagation constant is equal to square root of this one? Now here I am considering from your alpha plus j beta. Here, when I am going for low frequency, when I am going for your low frequency signal, during that time this term is greater than this one. Whatever you are having this term, this is greater than your this term in case of your low frequency. So when we are transferring the low frequency signal, we will have your propagation constant is equal to your alpha. We will have the propagation constant is equal to alpha, and alpha is an attenuation constant. So we can say that whenever we are transferring the low frequency signal through the waveguide, all the wave will be attenuated in the waveguide and will not get any signal at the output of it. Option is we can go for high frequency. So when we are going for high frequency, just reverse will be the process. Reverse means your this complete block, it will be less than your that side. So when we are going for your high frequency signal, during that time your propagation constant will be equal to your j beta. Okay. Beta is your phase constant. Okay, beta is your phase constant. So here what is happening, that when you are going for your high frequency signal, here you will have change in phase. You will have change in phase. Propagation will be there, and there you will have change in phase. So we are discussing about low frequency, high frequency. Means in first case you are greater than, in second case less than. So greater than, less than means there may be some other option where we can say that this term is equal to this term. Okay, so your alpha is equal to your j beta. Okay, when your alpha is equal to j beta, so during that time, here what is happening, that your propagation constant will be 0. So it is the frequency at which the wave starts to propagate. So what is your cutoff frequency? Cutoff frequency is the frequency at which the wave starts to propagate. Frequency above the cutoff frequency, propagation will be there. Can I say that m pi by a whole square plus n pi by b whole square is equal to your omega square mu epsilon? Can I say this at your cutoff frequency? Now, you are knowing that your c is equal to 1 by, here can we write c by 2 root over of m by a whole square plus n by, can we say like this? Your required equation for your cutoff frequency. Your cutoff frequency is equal to c by 2 square root of m by a whole square plus n by b whole square. Upon the physical dimension of the waveguide and the mode of propagation, what is your m and what is your n? Okay. One more term is there. Wavelength is equal to 2ab by square root of m square b square plus n square a square. Okay.